Mike's on.
All right, we're back here a little after 5 o'clock. Mark Messier coming up in a little while. Tomorrow, Thursday show. Who do we have tomorrow? We have who's on tomorrow? Who's on? We have somebody on. Oh, Batman's on tomorrow. Okay, the commissioner of the NHL will join us tomorrow. So we'll chat with him, among other folks. Bill in Marlboro. What's up, Bill?
Hey, Mike, I just wanted to say, it was really not that long ago that the Giants and Jerry Reese were the absolute envy of every NFL franchise. And then they start looking around, and they started messing around, starting with Gilbride and then Tom, and they lost their way. And it's really a story about, kind of not sitting back and saying, man, we did it. We did the hardest thing you could do. We won a Super Bowl, and then they messed it up. And
then they won 2 Super Bowls.
2 Super Bowls, and they had a special thing going. And the other thing that's really obvious to me, Mike, is that Coughlin was the football talent in the room. Because even though they went 11-5 last year, the quality was gone. That team was undisciplined and hard to watch.
Listen, Tom Coughlin,
was over, man.
Tom went through some tough years, but no one ever doubted. Tom Coughlin was a tremendous football coach. Everyone knew it. Anyone around him has always said it. Everyone has always said that. Anyone's ever been around him has always said that. Guys raved about him when he was I go back to when Tom was an assistant coach and people raved about him. So, I mean, there's no question about his ability. It didn't sit well with him how he left here. It happened. Endings are tough. There's no question about it. And Eli just found out. Eli got the same thing that happened to Tom happened to Eli a couple of years later. He got unceremoniously dumped. That's what happened. And they really botched this one. I mean, they botched this one the worst. They took one of their players who has when you're a franchise and you have special players, you treat your special players with care. That's what you do. And they really botched this one. I mean, you can mess stuff up, but they really, really botched this one. Vinny in Staten Island, what's up, Vinny?
Hey, Mike.
What's happening?
I just wanted to comment, obviously, about the Eli situation.
Yes.
And how I just think it's a huge slap in the face. But from the fan base, being somebody who's not a Giant fan in New York, I think this is going to be a classic example of you don't realize what you have until it's gone for a lot of them, not all of them. Because I've listened to your show and I've heard a lot of people call and complain about Eli.
Oh, yes. A lot of fans have. Right now you're hearing the guys who didn't complain and who liked them. That you're hearing from the other side now. You're hearing, and they were the majority, but now you're hearing from the ones that never called up to support him. Now they're calling up to support him.
I think for the ones who didn't, I just think this is going to be a real rude awakening because I think you said the other day, and I'm a 49ers fan, we've had 18 quarterbacks.
18. Well, how about this? Here's the stat for you. You ready?
Go ahead.
Every team, and that includes the Patriots, have started 3 quarterbacks or more since Eli Manning took over for the Giants in 2004.
It's unbelievable.
Every team has started at least 3 quarterbacks in a game, and Eli Manning is the only Giants starter during that time. That's the entire league started at least 3 quarterbacks.
It's an unreal stat. I'm going to remember, and I'll hang up after this, there's going to be that one playoff game where the 49ers absolutely pounded Eli, and he just kept getting up, and that's the game I'm going to remember. So I hope I just hope this isn't the end for him.
Yep. And that stat last night, Mons, that I saw, that every team, the one team I questioned was the Saints. Is that true? What year did Breeze... Am I missing something? Do I not remember a year where Breeze got hurt? What was Breeze's first year in New Orleans? That was the guy I wondered about. Even New England, I could think of 3 guys starting. I can't think of 3 guys starting, but the stat was every team in the league. Oh, he wasn't there in 2005. Okay, that's why. Okay, he wasn't there the first 2 years. That's why. Okay. Because the stat was every team in the league, every single one, including the Patriots, which I can think of off the top of my head, every team in the league has started since 2000, November 20, whatever it was, November 22, November 21, whatever the date was where he started his first game. Whatever the date was that he started his first game in 2004, every team in the league has started at a minimum of 3 quarterbacks. San Francisco, as an example, has started 18. 19 now with Garoppolo. 19. Now that he starts this week, 19 for the Niners. Every team has started at least 3. And I was thinking of the Saints, but I was a little early with Breeze. He didn't get there. He got there later than I thought he did. Matt in Manhattan, what's up, Matt?
Hey, Mike. Now, I believe I was the only person on your show yesterday who saw that this was something the management was doing and not McAdoo, and that there was a silver lining behind this.
Well, McAdoo did do it. I mean,
of course, but he's regarded as a stooge at this point, so I don't think they cared what he looked like.
No, but he did do it, though. I mean, he wanted to do it also. He did say it was his decision, but the owner did say he wanted to see the other quarterbacks, but McAdoo came up with a plan. It just didn't work.
Well, it was Mara that said that they wanted to give him a plan of having Eli come in, and that's for half a game, and that's preseason stuff.
That is a ridiculous
They're trying to put players on the field that aren't going to win because they like one of these guys out west.
Well, listen, the bottom line is I don't think this is a attempt to tank games. I think it's an attempt. It's a botched attempt to look at Webb. But the bottom line is they don't have them ready. That's the problem. They don't. One hand can't even right now say what the other hand is doing because of the fact that they don't even have Webb ready here.
Quick question about the draft, though, because look, the Giants are probably not going to win another game. They might win one. San Francisco might win a game or two because they got Garoppolo.
All right, they could be 2. It doesn't matter if they're 3 or 4. They're still going to draft a quarterback.
Well, but here's the thing: if they're 2. Do they try to get to 1 right away? Because you don't have to give as much away. It's a
wait a second. I think they're going to try to get to 1 no matter what they are. If they're 4, they're going to remember they went from 4 to 1 last time.
Right, but going from 4 to 1 costs you a lot.
Well, listen, it's going to cost them something, but they're going to do it if there's a player they love. They're going to do it because they don't expect to be back. They did it with Eli and it worked. They will do it. The thing is, though, remember the Niners who are in there are passive. They're not taking a quarterback. They are not taking the quarterback. So they're going to be looking to trade their pick wherever they are.
But if you're Cleveland, do you want to trade with 2 or do you want to trade with 8? You're going to get more.
See, with Cleveland, you can never figure out what they're going to do.
No.
And so I have no idea what Cleveland's going to do. And Cleveland said last week that they're happy with their quarterback. So, I mean, just take it from there.
The scary thing is that might actually be a genuine sentiment.
With them, you never know. So I'm not going to try and bring them into it. But listen, the Giants are going to be in a position where I'm looking at it right now. There are 5 quarterbacks that are going to, right now, there are 5 quarterbacks considered to be first-round quarterbacks. There are 3 considered to be top 5 pick quarterbacks. If that's the case, I think you got to figure the Giants are going to be in the market for a quarterback no matter what. I think that, and that's why I think they decided Eli wasn't going to be on the roster when he gets a roster bonus of $5 million his 3rd day into the new season in March. So he's not going to be on the roster. That's what I'm figuring. That's how I thought about it. They came to that conclusion. Jason in Clifton, New Jersey. What's up, Jason?
Mike, to me, this is a win-win for McAdoo. If they come out and they win, he's going to look good. If they lose, he's going to just say they're evaluating talent. Mike, you can't tell me any reason why Eli should continue to play. They're 2-9. The offensive line stinks. Players are quitting every week. If he gets hurt, it would make no sense to have him. Everybody would be saying, what's he playing for? They're 2-9. If he goes out and gets hurt, Mike, you got to evaluate the players going forward to the future. And I don't see any reason why he should play. There's absolutely no reason why Eli should be in the lineup right now.
Because he's played 210 games in a row,
Mike,
and his job is to play. And his job is to play football.
He's not catching Favre.
Well, wait a second. Give me a reason why he shouldn't be playing this week.
Because why would you ever risk him getting injured?
Well, they're not worried about it. They're not worried about Eli Manning getting hurt.
Oh, and if he got hurt, you're not telling me that everybody in the world wouldn't be saying, what's he doing playing when
Not one person would say why he's playing. They don't know why he's playing.
Everybody
wait a second. His job is to play football. Why would he not play?
When do you evaluate players, Mike?
Wait a second. They're not playing. They're not playing the kid this week. They're not even playing him. How are they evaluating him? You think they're evaluating Geno Smith, who's a free agent at the end of the year? You need to evaluate Geno Smith. He hasn't been evaluated already? The Giants need to evaluate Geno Smith. He's already been. There's plenty of video on Geno Smith. He has started 30 games in the league, or 28 games, whatever he started. So he's already started a bunch of games. He started for 2 years. He's got a 12-18 record. He's played 30 games in the league. He's not playing. Webb's not playing. If Webb's playing, you could say we want to evaluate Webb. He's not playing. That's how ridiculous this looks. That you could have sold. Hey, we want to look at Webb. We want to evaluate him before we go to the draft. We're going to draft a quarterback. And them telling you they're going to draft a quarterback pretty much tells you they're not going to give Eli a $5 million signing bonus. Charlie, what's up, Charlie?
Hey, Mike. First, let me start by saying the last caller is insane. I'm a 46-year Giants fan, diehard. Since I'm 8 years old, I'm down here in Atlanta surrounded by Falcons fans. Every year I fly my Giants flag with pride. I have the spotlight at night on the house with the Giants logo. I have a Christmas tree with Giants ornaments. They all came down today. And I'll tell you something. This last move by McAdoo gave Ray Hanley a pass, in my opinion. This is the worst I've ever seen.
But unfortunately, the whole organization's involved because John Mara admitted he's involved. If they wanted to look at the other quarterbacks, that's what they should have told everybody, and they should have had Webb ready to play, and they shouldn't have done this till they were ready to play Webb. And the idea they were stunned that Eli was going to not accept playing part of the game is ridiculous. They thought he was going to accept that? You're definitely coming out of the game. We'll start you. You're coming out of the game. Why would he accept that? Mark in New Jersey. What's up, Mark?
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Good. What's happening?
You know, I'm at 33. I've been an Eli fan forever. I remember cheering when the Giants drafted him. But, you know, if you take a step back and look at it, and I'll tell you what, I called you 200 times yesterday, literally, to get on because I was so furious like everybody else. But if you take a step back and you listen to Mara's comments today, it's really not a surprise. It was Bush League the way they pushed Coughlin out. It was poorly done. It's been Bush League how they've handled Odell Beckham. To sit there and watch him on all fours on a field is embarrassing. And now this move is Bush League. And I'll tell you
the Giants have become a very, very poorly run franchise. I totally agree with you. There's no way around it, yes.
And, Mike, every time, every Monday I listen to the interviews with Eli, and you said it best yesterday, you serve up on a silver platter to put people under the bus.
Yep.
He never does.
Never.
What a class.
I teed it up for him. I teed it up for him to put the coach under the bus 50 times, and he's not one time taken the bait. Not one time. I have teed it up for him, and not one time has he taken the bait. And the rest of the rest of the organization doesn't have even a modicum of the class that he has. He is as classy a player as you can get. He still handled himself with class during this time when his heart was broken here, and it clearly was. And then you got John Mara saying, number one, he was stunned that Eli didn't accept the plan, and number two, that he couldn't understand Eli was upset. He was shocked that he was upset. What do you think Eli was going to be happy? He's been here his whole life. He's given his life to this franchise. You want him to quit on the team? He's not a quitter. You got quitters out there. No one said a word to them all year. And now Snacks Harrison get mad because I called them quitters. Because every time you mention quitters, Snacks Harrison get mad. And Snacks Harrison yesterday's quote was that I am mad at the Giants because Snacks wouldn't do an interview, wouldn't come on every week on Tuesday. First of all, let me straighten Snacks out. The Giants offer us a bunch of players every year to come on the show, other than Eli, who's on Mondays. They offered Snacks to me. They offered him. We didn't go look for him. The fact that we said yes and then he said no, well, they offered him to us. We said, yeah, we'll take him. And then he didn't want to do it. And now I'm upset because he didn't want to do it. We didn't even go looking for it. They offered you, Snacks was offered to me by the Giants. I wasn't going looking for him that much. Really. You want the quarterback, you want the head coach. The rest of it, not that important. Here's the Mink Man.